Yo, 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 it's your boy Swag, and I'm back. Today, I'll be talking about an infamous building in Chicago, the Calumet building. A lot of rappers come from that building. Their parents come from that building. That building was taken down by the FBI. This building was known as a drug market, the headquarters for the BDs, and they brought in up to $300,000 per day. You know what I'm saying? This building was located at 6217 South Calumet. It was a high rise. I don't even know how many floors was in there. That motherfucker was tall. You know what I'm saying? And, if you are original and you was from over there, you know it was two eras of the Calumet building. It was the era when they had the row houses on the side, and then it's the era when they took them down. So you know what I'm saying? If you from Chicago, you know about it. Then you know I'm speaking them facts. So now let's get into it. Well-known rappers that's from there: E-Day, Lil Durk, Lil Reese, Wookie Dook, and it's a few more. But them like the top tier names that I remember off my head right now. It actually was some more rappers that's so-called quote-unquote from the other side. I don't know who they is because these are the people that I actually been seen before. So you know what I'm saying? It's kind of different. But anyway, those rappers talk about the building. So I'm here today just to talk about like the time when it was up and how it was living over there. I got a crazy story. Like, the hood was way different back in the days when I was growing up. Like, me growing up, that was like the beginning of what you see today. Like, I'm like the generation that made O Block what it is today. You know what I'm saying? That was during my generation. So, back in the day when I was growing up, when I was going to Dulles, when I was like in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, it was the building. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it was because I was young, but to my recollection, it wasn't BDs there. It wasn't BDs. And if it was BDs, I didn't know they was BDs. I think in the area it was MOCs, Macro Cobras or some shit. It was BDs around, you know what I'm saying, GDs, but I don't know. I was young back in the days. But I did fuck with my homie that was in Parkway. I fuck with him, one of my close friends. So I knew them niggas. I knew them little young niggas in the Calumet building and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was the MOCs. And what's so crazy that a lot of motherfuckers don't know, that I'll tell you now, because this was like, my generation was the beginning of what you see today. Like, it was Parkway versus the Calumet building, or if you want to say O Block. You know what I'm saying? And the terminology it was today was O Block versus the Calumet building. You know what I'm saying? We used to get it on every day at school, on the schoolyard. We used to get it on after school. Used to get it on. Once we got older, see, Dulles was like kindergarten to sixth grade. So once you go to sixth grade, that's when motherfuckers want to diet. So once we got into like the diet age, motherfuckers be waiting on us when we get off the school bus. Like, it was cracking, man. Motherfuckers used to be fighting all the time. And me saying that was to say that I knew them because one of my closest friends, his peoples, you know what I'm saying, they had their establishment of whatever was going on at the building at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I seen the book, the MOC book. My friend brought it to school and shit. And I think he got beat up, not beat up, but I think they violated his ass for that shit. He told me, but he brought the book to school and shit. And like, all them niggas was cool with me, man. Like, I seen one of the other niggas on his. I don't want to say no names, but I seen him. He said what's up to me. You know what I'm saying? This was like maybe like last time I seen one of them niggas that I grew up with in grammar school was like maybe 2011 or some shit like that. But he's like, "What up, Terrell?" I'm like, "What up?" So we get to chopping up and shit. But he was heavy in the streets back then, you know what I'm saying? So he used to sell drugs. This nigga wasn't even coming to school like in third grade. Like, he was still part of that generation where well, this like the crack era still was going at this time. You know what I'm saying? For all the young people, like the crack era was still in at this time. You know what I'm saying? I got some numbers on me. The crack era was still going at this time. My man's wasn't coming to school like in 3rd grade, so his father came up there and looking for him. He like, my son ain't here. Okay, so he waits till one day, but he come to school, he catch his ass lacking, whoop his ass and shit. That shit was funny as hell. It was 9. But back then, I was like, damn, man, his daddy up here tripping, finna whoop his ass in front of everybody. But he didn't. He took it home, but I know he got in that ass because he was on that business. It was a store. It was a store over there called Vito's, a grocery store called Vito's, y'all. And it was like the only grocery store in the hood. So at the time, in the beginning, like in the Dulles days, like kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, you know what I'm saying? Everybody cool and shit. So you know what I'm saying? When they say everybody was friends, That's how it started off. Everybody was friends. They ain't exposed to this gang life and I live here, you live here shit. Everybody friends, everybody cool. You know what I'm saying? But I was cool with them, so then it wasn't so cool. My mama sent me to the fucking store to go to Vito's to get a fucking green pepper. I told her ass, I can't go to Vito's. I said, I don't want to go to Vito's. She said, boy, if you don't go to Vito's, I'm going to beat your ass. You know, when you that young, like 2nd, 3rd grade, it's like, god damn, like my mama going to fuck me up. So I'll go my ass to Vito's and shit. Soon as I go in, it's like 3-4 niggas in front of the store and shit. So I go in, they instantly like spurred off like they know they got him, they know they got one, like they know they got one. He's an old blockie and we got him one. It was Parkway back then, but they like, we got an old blockie in. So they go run to the building and shit. I see them run out the store and shit, man. It's the most dreadful walk I ever had in a fucking store. I think in my last video, no, I didn't even put it out yet, but in my video, I'm be talking about living in Parkway and O Block after Chief Key blew up and how I was as a civilian. So I go in the store. It's the most dreadful walk I ever had, y'all. Slow. You know, all the fruit and vegetables. As soon as you come in the store, on the left hand side, like any grocery store, the vegetables and fruit and shit in the front. That's what you should get. That's why it's in the front. They tell you like, there's no need for you to go in the store. What you need is right here. And then the water is in the front too. All that other extra shit is just like, you know what I'm saying, fucking your body up. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on that. But anyway, so I get the green pepper. Instead of me like getting the green pepper and making a right and go right to the registers, because it's like a little part where you could have like went underneath the thing. At the time it was like old school, like they had the little lottery thing when you come in there on the side. I could have like just went over, came through the front, but no, my ass was dreadful. Walk all the way around the store like in a full circle. So I get to the front where the counter's at. These niggas right there where the counter at. These niggas on my ass, y'all. They on my ass. They on my ass. I ain't know what to fucking do, man. But I know I had to go home with that fucking green bell pepper. So the lady tell me the bell pepper was like 69 cents. It wasn't even that fucking much, man. So I get a lady the fucking dollar and shit. So they geeked up. Damn. I've never been a type of nigga to where it's like if something going down, I'm running from it. I've never been that type of nigga to run from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart. I ain't gonna get killed. But if it's something I can't avoid, I never been the type to run for it. So I get my bag. I'm like, damn, man, these niggas finna beat my ass. So at this time, I think I'm finna get fucked up, y'all. And I ain't doing no bragging or nothing like that. But at this time, you know what I'm saying? One of my guys had already whooped a nigga with a 2x4, like bing, 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 like we young, like bing, bing, bing. You know, getting it in, bing, bing, bing. So anyway, I come out the store. This nigga cracked me, y'all. Like, I ain't even see it coming because I ain't even see this nigga in the cut. So when you went in the store Vito's, it was the first door. Then when you come in, it's like the doors you put in like this. So they had a door. Then they had like an area to where it was like about like 12 rows of blocks before you enter the store. They got the shopping cart set. So when you come out the store on the right, it's the shopping carts. When you come on this side, it ain't nothing, right? So I don't know where this nigga came from, man. This nigga must have came out of the store or some shit, man. Cause I ain't see nobody right here. This nigga must have like been following me in the store, and then when I came out, he was like behind me. Cause at this time I'm young, I ain't looking behind me. I'm just looking at these niggas out in the front. So the other niggas, they like out in the area in the parking lot and shit. So I'm walking. I get through them first doors that you do like this. Well, I think they open on their own, but I'm just giving you an example of a grocery store. But they open. Man, I don't know where this nigga came from. This nigga just came and jumped out of nowhere. This nigga hit me in my ass, shit. I ain't dropped that bell pepper. That motherfucker was still in my hand. Damn. So then the rest of them, they see me, they waiting. So I'm looking at this nigga. This nigga ain't really like, when he hit me, he looking like, what the fuck I'm finna do? Like, he squared up. Nigga, I ain't finna fight all y'all niggas. I take off. I run through the door. These niggas grabbing on me, punching on me and shit. I ain't feeling none of that shit. I gotta get home with this fucking green bell pepper. And I fucking made it, man. It wasn't even no fucking holiday. She just wanted to cook on the fucking Sunday. So I got my ass whooped going to Vito's when I was young and shit at the Calumet building. God damn, I got my ass whooped, man. Niggas stuffed me and shit. Man, those was the days, man. Thinking about them fights, man. We used to play football on concrete, like. Man, we was some gutter ass kids. So, just to finish up about the Parkway against the Calumet building, we used to play football on the concrete and shit, right? So I always been a little ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was the littlest nigga out of my crew. Like how they say T-Roy was a little nigga. Like I'm still a little nigga. I'm only like 5'4", 5'5". But anyway, just to get back to the story, we playing football and shit, right? So here I am, I'm out there running, chasing niggas. I already tackled a nigga, you know what I'm saying? I already tackled me a nigga. We gang tackling out there, nigga, on the concrete, nigga. It was busted, nigga. It was busted then, nigga. Oh shit! It just, if you young, go look up steel belts with the skulls on there. Steel belt, skull, steel belts. In like the 90s and shit, they banned that shit from school. Like nigga, we probably was the reason why they banned that shit, nigga. Niggas used to have them steel belts having fights and shit. That's what's leading up to it. Made me think about it. Cause then I caught the football. Me caught the football. Boom. I'm a little nigga. I'm running. Man, I don't know who tackled me, man. They fucked me up from, I don't know where they came from. It was like, you know, like you running, and then that motherfucker. Nigga, I had a big ass scrape all on my shoulder, my back and shit. Nigga tackled me on the concrete. That bitch got sent up. I had to show myself, y'all. I was young then, you know what I'm saying? I had to show myself. So I get up. They like, damn, man, they already pushing each other and shit because, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just tackle me and shit, man. I ain't had no choice, nigga. I got up, I stuck that nigga, sent that bitch up. Then this nigga grabbed me, tried to flip me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out there fighting and shit, man. Niggas just, at that time, was busting. Niggas came out with the steel belts, swacking and hitting motherfuckers with that shit. God damn, man. Those was my young days, man. God damn, man. That shit was crazy. Like, I don't know why we do that in the hood. In the hood, it's just like, when you get a certain age, even though y'all going to school together, y'all know each other, like when you get a certain age, you understand like you can't fuck with them and you can't fuck with them like that, and then that shit just happened like that. But we always cool, you know what I'm saying? And still in all, like, even as we got older, I don't know if motherfuckers think about it, but we was always cool. It was just some young shit we was on. So back to the story. So the Calumet building, so I always check my description. I'm gonna leave the article in the description about the Calumet building from when the feds raided it. So they talk about in the article about a fed had went into the Calumet building. He tried to buy some drugs. They found out who he was. They laid his ass down. You know what I'm saying? But going inside the Calumet building, like say for instance, these are like windows, and then you got the door. But the windows you only probably see out the beginning, if I remember. You probably couldn't even see out, but I know the door's right here. But when you come in, it's gonna be the wall. Then you see the elevator right here. Then that's where you let them know. I want 5. I need 5 on it. You give them your money, and then dude come around, and then he give it to you. And you're not going out the front. You gotta go out the back, motherfucker. You gotta go out the fucking back. You know what I'm saying? It's procedures around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Then they used to have parties. Every weekend. At first, it was the route. Motherfuckers was going to the route at first. The route was like skating rink in Chicago, and everybody went to. So at first, everybody was going to the route. That motherfucker got shut down. Then they started throwing parties at the building and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they had them every weekend. Like, I'm the type of nigga, like, I ain't gang bang, but I'm like a cool ass nigga. Then I'm the type of nigga that know people. So you know what I'm saying? I was always like, at the time, I was always going to the parties and shit. Like, in my teenager days, like I said, I'm kind of older, so you know what I'm saying, you do the numbers or whatever. So the Calumet building had the parties and shit. You gotta go all the way up. Then the elevator never worked, so you gotta go all the way up. So yeah, it was 16 floors. The party was like on the 15, 16 floor. Sometimes it might be on the 13, 14 floor. Crazy story one time about me being in there at one of the parties. So the elevator was broke this day. We had to walk up all these fucking stairs. So, you know, you walking up the stairs, you seeing people, and you know what I'm saying? So we halfway up the stairs, maybe 6th, 7th floor or whatever. And then it's a group of niggas in there. I don't know if it's like that all the time, far as like how the security went, but at this particular time, like, niggas was deep as hell out there with their guns and shit, whatever the case may be. This nigga had a Tech 9. So this is the first time I was seeing a Tech 9 like in person. Like, usually I see that shit on TV, but I'm talking about the old school one with the little barrel in the front. You can see the holes through it. Then you got the gun. Then you got the clip, like old school. You know what I'm saying? So he drunk. He showing that motherfucker, waving that bitch. He dropped that motherfucker. Everybody in that bitch got down. Everybody jumped, fell, like niggas wasted liquor all on they self and shit. He dropped that bitch. It fell down a few steps, and that bitch went on safety. Woo, goddamn, man. Crazy times. But that's a crazy story about that. So, I've never went into the Calumet building and went in nobody's crib. Only went in with the parties. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really like, I ain't gang bang, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't really like going that bitch, kicking it or nothing like that. But I did go to the parties. You know what I'm saying? I knew motherfuckers, but I never went in there. You know what I'm saying? The Calumet building, them niggas used to pass out clothes, shoes, school supplies. Like, at this time it was more structured, so like on like special days and events, like they barbecuing, everybody invited, the neighborhood invited, eat. Shit, what else you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Play basketball. Like, they was big on basketball. Like, it was a few niggas in the hood that played ball. I forgot dude's name. He was from the building. They was saying he could have made it to the league. I was young, so I really didn't know who he was. But he started gangbanging though. This nigga didn't go full salute with it. He wasn't even that older than me, but he was just like kind of like in a different category or generation, like maybe 5-6 years older than me. But some cold ass hooper in that nigga and used to hoop. He couldn't have made it to the league, but he didn't make it because he gang banged. You know what I'm saying? So at Washington Park, right there at 600 on 600 at Washington Park, the basketball court. So it used to be Parkway, Calumet, 600, and Front Street, what they call it now, but it was Dipset then. And that time, they used to all go up there and be hooping against each other for money and shit. All the hoopers in the area, the real hoopers, like the niggas I'm talking about that couldn't have made it to the league, and then niggas that could ball, like, you know, semi ballers, like real ballers, like they used to be up there, cause like right there, what 600 used to be at, they don't talk about, but it's no like how in LA they got the Crenshaw, like where everybody go party and shit. They got their cars and shit. So right there at the park across the street from 600, that's what people used to do in Chicago. Everybody used to go to the park on the weekends. And in the summertime, it was every day, but on the weekends it'd be busting. Like it'd be about like 200 cars out there. Everybody walking, drinking, smoking. Then you got people from the hood out there. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like playing ball up there and shit. That in that era at that time was kind of big. You know what I'm saying? That's when like they weren't even really shooting up the parks and shit at that time. They were shooting it up, but when I mean by day, I mean like LPG, the GDs and the BDs 600 weren't really shooting at each other like that to where it was still kind of safe. Like it'd be random shooting from other motherfuckers coming in the hood. Yeah, but it was still kind of safe to be at the park. But then that kind of changed because niggas started shooting at motherfuckers that was hooping at the park. So motherfuckers had stopped hooping and shit over time. So the Calumet building did have hoopers. Where I'm at with it. Oh yeah, so these niggas had a rap group back then. And I can't even think of the rap group name. But in the article they gonna tell you they stole the gospel channel. They stole the gospel channel frequencies and they started playing like all the BD music and shit. I remember one of the songs. It was my favorite one, Iced Out with the Cool G. You know what I'm saying? That's when Cool G was busting. You know what I'm saying? They had that song Iced Out with the Cool G. You know what I'm saying? This is a long time ago. I forgot that shit, but if you know, you know. A notable rapper at that time that's still around doing his thing, his drill shit, is Loski D. You know what I'm saying? He be filming videos. Can't think of his channel off the top of my head. We in the Streets, I think. But yeah, that nigga still going strong in his music shit, but back in them times, they jacked the radio station, you know what I'm saying? So they was trying to get them off the radio station. They used to cut the church people off and tell their ass don't get on and cuss out God and do all this crazy stuff. Yeah, they stole the radio station. What else can I say? So back in those days when the Calumet building was busted, like I said in my growing up in O Block video, if you want to go check that out, they had the pool hall underneath over there. Well, it was Vito's, and it's the alley. Then you got this building right here that was right behind the Calumet building, but this like where all the BDs and shit like hung out at, whatever they was doing in there. I don't fucking know shit, but that's where they shot pool and shit at. Then it was a candy store right there. Then when you go further down on 630 King Drive, it was a Harold's. It was a record shop. After Harold's closed down, then it was just a hood food store. You know what I'm saying? How the Arabs come in, and then you know what I'm saying? They feed you the poison every day. You eat that shit. Tons of mound sauce. Oh, my bad. I had a reawakening, so I just thought I had to let y'all know what's going on. Give you diabetes, cancer, and shit. Be aware. To be aware is to be alive. Yeah, back in those days, that's how it was. Like, if you read the article, they talk about how the security was set up, how they had snipers on the roof, and like it was too hard to get in there. They already put down a police officer, so they had to go take them boys out. I remember the day it happened. It was like 100 fucking million motherfucking police officers over there. You know what I'm saying? And they had helicopters. They came like you see out the movies when they come down on the top of the roof and shit. They came down like that. It was just a million cops out there. A lot of people went to jail. I think that's when Dirk Daddy went to jail. I don't know if he went to jail before then, but I know he had a little ties to that shit. There was a lot of shit going on. Some niggas called the BD twins, the Bentley twins. They both had Bentleys and shit. Um, damn, yeah, just remember that. And back in them days, man, when I was growing up, when the Calumet building was up, see, the Calumet building was headquarters for the BDs. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, that was the official headquarters for the BDs. So, just in that area alone, it was so much structure. So that's how I remember the BD twins. They had the Benz because it was a nigga that was driving that shit. They had never stopped, but it was a nigga that it would be niggas driving that shit. But anyway. That motherfucker couldn't go down the street without, like, stopping every few stops to even make it off the block. Like, them niggas just... Now, you do that about 10 times, you go off the street, hey, it's called 16. They show so much fucking 16, it don't make no sense. Like, to be around these motherfuckers is crazy. Like, you know, they BDs, right? So every second they saying on BD. So in a total day count, they probably said BD about down there 3,000 times and don't even know it. Real shit. So you know what I'm saying. So if they saying BD that many times, just imagine the structure back in the day, back then, just walking down the street with a motherfucker. I used to be like, come on, man. Y'all motherfuckers tweaking. Y'all see each other all day, every day. Do you have to do that every time you see each other? A motherfucker go in the crib and they be like, I'll be back. 30, 40 minutes later, they come back outside like, what up, B? Like, God damn it. Knock it the fuck off. Stop that shit. This the civilian side. This the civilian side. Y'all ain't gonna get that side from them niggas. Them niggas is crazy, man. Them niggas is crazy. Them niggas indoctrinated. Them niggas just beat it crazy. But yeah, man, I've been talking a long time, man. Think I'm gonna end it there. I think I pretty much covered everything about the building. I mean, it ain't too much I could pretty much say. Like, it was two eras. It was the era with the row houses, the era without the row houses. You know what I'm saying? They had their radio shit. They took the gospel channel and they turned it into some rap shit. And look at it. I ain't gonna put it. I can't put it together. But look at it now. Shit, what the fuck? Shit. It's all one and the same. You know what I'm saying? You know. I don't know, man. Crazy times. Crazy times. It's your boy Swag, and I'm out.